What's up, Bizzle gang? It's your boy. We back with another day, man. Day 6 today. But before we step into the office, I do wanna talk to y'all a little bit about something right quick. First off, I wanna say, if you a real supporter and like you really enjoy my content and you wanna see the best for me and out of me, I just wanna say I really appreciate you and I love you. I really do. I love everybody that supports me, like genuinely. I'm talking about like not just watching my videos just because or trying to see my downfall. I just appreciate everybody that actually want to see me win and is like really a real supporter of me, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I just wanted to really show my appreciation to y'all and everybody that really, enjoys my content and enjoys supporting me. Number 2, I was at work. Well, I wasn't at work, but I had like a training class for my job today. And it's gonna go on through the rest of the week. But I had a training class, and before today, I had been praying that God bless me with a new job, and He blessed me just with something that I can enjoy somewhere I'm making more money, and just something better, like a better blessing. Of course, YouTube content creation. This is my dream right here. This is what I love to do. I would love to be able to do this full time and make a living off of this. That's my number one goal. But for the time being, while I'm working on this, I need something. My job now, the pay is all right, but as you know, it's like it's not enough. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest with y'all, busy gang. I'm gonna be real with y'all. This is 31 days of Vlogtober. Y'all gonna see the real side of me. So I'm just being honest, it's not terrible pay, like trust me, it's getting the bills paid, but I'm not comfortable with it, like, and I think that's my biggest problem, and it's something that I really kind of don't want to do, and it just could be a lot at times, but I'm thankful that I do have a job, because I know a lot of people don't have a job out there right now, or, need something better, so I am thankful to at least have one. But I was in class and our instructor did like a 15-minute segment on jobs. That wasn't what we was talking about. We was talking about like how to, launch a plane and stuff like that. And I don't know how the conversation veered to that, but remember I told you I've been praying and then I went to church and prayed some more and stuff like that. And this was yesterday. So today she got to talking about jobs and she was basically saying, like, I'm gonna sum it up because, what she was saying too much. But I'm gonna sum it up. She was basically saying you need to enjoy your life. Existing is not living. Existing is not a good life. That's not enjoying life. Living your life is good. Existing is not good. Going to work every day, you hate your job, you doing it just, you know what I'm saying, because that's what you gotta do. You're not enjoying your life for real. That's not good, and that's something that I always thought about myself. And she was just saying how it's this move up program that really helps you to get to the point to where you're working a very good job, not really doing much, but you're making a lot of money, and you just way better care. You get cared for way more at a higher position and stuff like that. And she was just saying there's a way to get there. We can help y'all out if y'all allow us to. Bada bing, bada boom. Just to sum it up. So I'm thinking, like, I really felt like she was talking to me. It was like 3 other people in the class, but I really felt like that message was for me because of what I've been praying for. So I just wanted to share that experience with y'all and just be like, just, I don't know, just kind of let y'all know, what I'm saying, what's going on. But I feel like I'm going to try that. I prayed to God and asked, that if this is for me, if this is what He want me to do, then I'm going to go for it. And I need His guidance. I need Him the whole way with me, to be able to get through to it. So, but I'm going to be definitely keeping y'all updated on that. I just wanted to share a little bit about what happened today with you guys because, like I said, y'all are my family. I love y'all, especially if y'all support me genuinely. And this just the side of Bizzle, that I ain't never really showed on YouTube. So, it's here. But hope everybody had a good day. Hope y'all had a good weekend. We're gonna get it started. We finna head into the office and talk about these movies because we got a lot to talk about. And we're gonna get into the next movie and then we're gonna do it like that. But yeah, let's get to it. Step into my office. Come into my office. Come. What's up with the YouTube? It's your boy Lil Josh, and you watching Biz Entertainment. I know going on, man. And we back with another one, gang. Today is day 6 of Scaretober, Blogtober, 31 days of scary movies, man. Coming to you from Bizzle himself. Now let's get into it. So, the movie that we just watched was The Ring. Yes. Now, The Ring of 2002 to be specific. Movies like this used to scare me back in the day when I was little, just because it just had a real horror feeling to it. So we're gonna recap with the overview of this movie. The overview is, it sounds just like another urban legend. A videotape filled with nightmarish images leads to a phone call foretelling the viewer's death in exactly 7 days. Newspaper reporter Rachel Keller is skeptical of the story until 4 teenagers all die mysteriously exactly 1 week after watching just such a tape. Allowing her to investigate curiosity to get the better of her, Rachel tracks down the video and watches it. Now she has just 7 days to unravel the mystery. So, the director of this movie is Gore Verbinski. This movie came out October 18, 2002. So the anniversary of this movie is right around the corner. Now, hey, don't start that now. I'm trying to make a video. So, my first thoughts of this movie was the color grading of this movie. Like the tint, the filter that was over the movie. It gave a real classic horror movie feeling. So I did like that. And I thought that I watched this movie a long time ago, but I think I just glanced at it and turned it off. But anyway, the acting was good, the dialogue was good. It was action in it. Like when the action started, it was some real action. Like it's keeping you glued to it. It definitely is like a mystery. Like trying to understand what's going on. It did a pretty good job at that. I don't know how I feel about the plot. Because like I kind of didn't understand it. Like they had a girl, and the girl, I don't know if she would like just had some mysterious powers, and they didn't want her because of that, and so she hunted everybody just because of all the rage that she had. So yeah, I really didn't understand that part. I'm pretty sure I probably can look it up and understand it, but I didn't really understand that part. But yeah, this movie was definitely better. I think this may be the best one of the movies that we watched so far. Towards the middle of the movie, it's like a big like dead zone. You watching it, and I mean like the main character is trying to unravel the mystery, but going through that whole process, it was just not a lot happening. And it kind of just, it kind of got real dry. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of boring in the middle, but the beginning has action, and then the end has action. Yeah, I mean, it was a little plot twist because at the end, you would think that the girl was hunting because she just wanted to be free, or she was something like that. But really, the girl is just like, nah, everybody getting it. Everybody finna, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, I thought she was on the good side. And so I really liked this film. I really did. It was scary. It wasn't like scary as to, it wasn't scary to where you just gonna be jumping out your seat and screaming and stuff. But so now, the rating that I give this film, like I said, this film was the better of the films that we've watched so far. And it is, I think, the newest one, the latest one that we've watched so far. And with that being said, with all the cinematography and videography, the dialogue, the color grading, the characters, the acting, plot, eeriness, all of this that adds up into this film. And another thing I like, right quick, another thing I like is how they hinted in the beginning of the movie what you're expected to see in the movie. When you first watching it, they tell you, boom, hey, I heard this story about this tape. If you watch it, this gonna happen. It's like, okay, so dang, so this was going on. That's gonna be the plot of the whole movie. That's already getting you into what you're supposed to be watching. You don't start this movie off not knowing what you finna watch. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing I like. But with all that being said, the rating that Bizzle gives this movie is an 8.7 out of 10. Yes, it was a pretty good movie. I said I gotta rate it harshly. I feel like an 8.7 out of 10 fits this movie because the overall movie was good, but it did have a big dead zone in the middle of the movie. And the motive behind the little girl, like that whole story. I mean, maybe I wasn't paying attention and I missed it, but I don't really understand, why the mother did what she did. I don't understand why the dad did what he did. It was just kind of, I feel like they could have went more in detail on that character, on the little girl, just to further explain. But that's all right. The movie is a good movie. If you haven't seen The Ring, I would definitely watch it. I recommend it. 8.7 out of 10. And with that being said, we can move on to the next film that we are watching tonight. Alright guys, so the next movie that we will be watching is The Candyman. We're going back to the slashers. We started the slashers at the beginning of this series, and now we just hit a full circle. Now we back at the slashers. So The Candyman is the next movie that we're going to be watching. So there's two Candymans. I've seen the second movie, the newest Candyman that came out in 2021. I've seen that one. Now the one that came out in 1992 is the one that we will be watching tonight. I don't remember if I've seen this one or not, but we finna get into this overview to see what we talking about. So, the overview of The Candyman of 1992 says, skeptical graduate student Helen Lyle, best friends Annie Marie McCoy, all these names, man, while researching superstitions in a housing project on Chicago's near north side. From Annie Marie, Helen learns about the Candyman, a knife-wielding figure of urban legend that some of her neighbors believe to be responsible for a recent murder. After a mysterious man watching the Candyman's description begins stalking her, Helen comes to fear that the legend may be all too real. This movie came out on October 16th, 1992. The director is Bernard Rose. They have a sequel to it, so I guess this is a second movie that came before the 2021. It says the story is by Clive Barker, so I'm not sure if Clive Barker, he or she came up with this. So one little thing about the Candyman, I don't remember seeing it, but I do remember back in the day when I was little, everybody knew about the Candyman story, just like everybody knew about Bloody Mary. Everybody knew about the Candyman story. If you look in the mirror, you say Candyman a certain amount of times, he gonna come get you. So you knew not to do that. We young, we never seen the movie, but we all knew about that, that folk tale or whatever, which is kind of crazy to me. Same thing with Bloody Mary. You look in the mirror, you say her name a certain amount of times, she gonna come get you. So that was kind of cool to not even have watched the movie at that age, but still know what's going on. And then the lights just flickered. Okay, that's what we got coming next, guys. So we're gonna keep moving forward. So make sure y'all keeping up with this series. If y'all like the series, make sure that y'all like these videos and comment down below your thoughts about these movies and things of that nature, and any other movies that you've seen that you just have some input on. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. That dearly helps me out to get to my goal of becoming a content creator full time. So make sure y'all do that, and make sure that y'all come over to the Twitch where I'll be live streaming and we be vibing, we be gaming, and we just be chilling. And add me on the TikTok too, cause TikTok I be on there posting clips from YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, appreciate everybody for watching. Hope y'all have a good rest of the night. It's your boy Lil Josh. You watching Biz Entertainment, and I'm out, man.